Okay, I'm here in Chicago with the president of ASHRAE, Bjarne Olesen, president of ASHRAE for 2018. We are at the ASHRAE conference meeting, winter meeting. I would like to do a few questions to the president of ASHRAE about the issues that are more important at the moment for our sector, for refrigeration and air conditioning sector and for energy efficiency. Your view for your presidency are your goals are to extend global community, to extend technological horizon, and the values for members of ASHRAE. How do you think is the best? What is the best for making to achieve these goals?
Well, I should say that, of course, these goals are not only mine, but that's the society's goals, and they really come from our strategic plan. So we make every 5 years we make a strategic plan, and we have a strategic plan 14 to 19, and there to look at what I want to put emphasis, I use this strategic plan. And especially now that I'm from Denmark, I'm not from the US or Canada, where most presidents are from. I'm only the second one from outside North America. I'm the first one who is not native English speaking. So for me it was very important that we, ASHRAE, become more global, but also to show the world that ASHRAE is global. And the way we have done that is we are trying to say we are ASHRAE, but we are a global society. Some of the things that has happened during this year is, first of all, we now have an European region. ASHRAE is split up now in 15 regions around the world, and within the region we have what we call chapters. Chapters is almost like national societies of HVNC and R. So from 1st of July last year we have an European region. We want to serve our member much better in Europe. And in Europe, it's different from many other countries, but definitely from the US, because in Europe we have many very strong national societies, like ICAR in Italy, like SIPSE in the UK, and Denmark is Denmark. And they have an umbrella organization, RIVA, which most people also know in Italy. So we are doing that in collaboration. So collaboration is very important. We don't want to be active in Europe and compete with the national society. We want to work together. So we establish now a memorandum of understanding, closer cooperation. We also want to work close with the national society. ICAR has for many years had an ASHRAE group. We are going to make that also in other countries. Today we are just signing a memorandum of understanding with ICAR, how we can work closer together. So this was one part of the global community. Another part is we have worked for many years with United Nations Environment Program, especially with the group working with the ozone depletion. Here we have a work plan this year. My year we have made 2 new courses to help developing economies get better understanding on refrigerants. They also have to change to refrigerants with a lower global warming potential. So we have helped United Nations, which are focusing on developing economies, to give tools for education, and that will continue also this year. So that's one example of how we want to be more global. And I have traveled a lot to meet our people around in the world. The last half year I have been in 25 countries
Very good.
around the world and made 60 presentations.
Yes, very good. So it would be nice to invite you in our meeting. We have a meeting in Mostra Convegno, so I will invite you in our meeting. We work with the United Nations Environment Program. In the last conference with Jim Coolin, we had this important event together. And also we are working on the refrigerant driving license. Exactly. We're working on that. Wally Chaproun is helping us on that. So I think the training is very important for the future because there are so many changes on energy efficiency, on refrigerants. What is your view about training?
Well, training, as you say, is extremely important. So that's why we also have many courses. Our training has been mostly focused upon engineers, but of course also training for technicians are very important. And we are discussing how we can help there. But what is important is we need in the future probably more people coming into the HVAC&R area because else we don't have the technicians, we don't have the engineers that we need. So what we also are trying is to already in schools before they go to university, we want to show the children what engineering is. So we have programs that our local people around in the world, they can go out in a school class, talk a little about engineering to open the eyes for people, for students, for the younger ones, how important engineering is. And sometimes I always say many don't think that HVAC&R are very sexy. There is other things people, young people, they want to do. They want to work with IT or other things. But we have to show them that our work, we are responsible for 40% of the energy use in the world. Yeah. We are responsible for the indoor environment. So we need also to try to attract more people to show how important it is what this industry is doing.
Yes. Yes, very important. And about energy efficiency, ASHRAE is a global community, but of course is also linked to USA. We have now in USA a government that is not helping from the energy efficiency side because they withdraw from the climate change agreement in Paris. Is going to affect ASHRAE these changes in the United States government policy?
Well, it may change, but really what we see is that the effect of the decision by the federal government has not decreased the interest in the industry or in the individual states to work together, more efficiency, zero energy buildings. So I really feel that the activity has increased because it's the government in the different states. They all have their own building codes, yes. And they are the one who decides which standards to use for energy use, and it's mainly ASHRAE 90.1. And they have not decreased their effort. We have meetings with the organizations of mayors. I really think there is an organization of mayors worldwide. Mm-hmm. Mayors who want to show that their city goes toward more sustainability, energy efficiency, and they kind of have increased their interest to show that the US they support the Paris Agreement, even if the government would not sign it. So I think it have not had that big effect. The big companies, they are still very focused on making their system more energy efficient. And there was a big discussion also here because it would of course have been better if the federal government also had signed the Paris Agreement. One discussion was about how many workplaces, but the industry knows energy efficiency, more sustainability provides much more workplaces. So they continue. So it has not had an effect on what companies in the US are doing, what the states are doing.
Yeah. I think it's very important that the president of ASHRAE is European, so you can also give a European point of view on this aspect.
Yes.
And you can say, and I think also America can see that you cannot stop the progress. The progress is going on the energy efficiency side. The companies are going to the energy efficiency side. So if even the government doesn't sign officially something, the companies are going through the route of better system, better efficiency, because it's what the market wants.
Yes.
So I think you are perfectly right.
Yes.
So I can see the point.
One thing, well, in fact, right now the government has shut down in the US. We even had people from government organization, they had to go back yesterday because of that.
Really?
So it's a little crazy sometimes
how
it's done. But as I said, the interest, the activities of ASHRAE in this area has not been influenced at all by the federal government. It's almost the opposite, that we now want to do more on that.
In AREA, we are working a lot on energy efficiency from the side of technicians, servicing sector. So it would be nice to work together with ASHRAE on this aspect.
Yes. One thing I would say, which was also in our strategic plan and part of my focus this year, is when we talked about technology, ASHRAE has mainly been regarded as an organization that is working very much with commercial buildings. But we have now increasing our efforts and our offerings regarding residential building. We have had standards for some years on ventilation and indoor air quality and also on energy. But else we have not been very much involved in the residential. And residential, there we use more energy in residential building.
True.
People spend more time in their homes than at workplace.
Yes.
So the indoor environment in residential is so important for people. So we have 2 years ago, 3 years ago, we made a standing committee called our Residential Building Committee. We are making a conference now every third year with a residential focus. We will have a first guideline for multifamily building design guideline. So there's a part where we have increased our activity. Again, residential building, there are many other organizations, so we want to work together with them.
Very good. Yes, I think it's very important. Also, residentially, most of the systems are residential in numbers. So if you count all the numbers, the global number is bigger.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for your interview. I think it was very nice. Thank you for your time, and we hope of more cooperation. As you are European, also good cooperation in Europe. ASHRAE, the AREA Association, European Association with ASHRAE would be very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay, a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.